Good morning, everybody. In today's video, I will be talking about the Russian business culture, in particular about its history and the way it was developed. Today's Russian business culture is unique simply because it is a combination of a so-called Soviet business culture and what we have as a result of the major economic and political transformations now. Although the country has already entered the stage of transformation, as you probably know, last century in the 80s with Gorbachev, Perestroika, that what happened, some of the business areas could be still considered as oriented towards Soviet past. In order to better understand how the economic system is functioning in our country, one should have a better look at its formation and development. Actually, the term business is very new to Russians because those who were born in last century knew that and the key idea of the economy was the planned economy. In 1986, the major transformation, as I have already mentioned, from the planned economy towards the market one happened, and people had to face numerous changes, dramatic changes. First of all, I think we should mention the consequences of the shock therapy, economic reforms inspired by a very young politician Igor Gaidar. As some eyewitnesses recall, this time, and I myself remember because I was a schoolgirl, I went to the grocery store together with my parents on the 1st of January 1992, and I was amazed by a wide selection of food, of goods. Everything was available, everything was there, but I looked at the prices. Everything was so expensive. I couldn't believe my eyes, and that was actually what happened to many of us. The hyperinflation wiped our savings, devalued salaries and pensions, leaving the entire economy in turmoil. That was also the time when the phenomenon of shuttle traders, or so-called chelnuki, appeared. What happened was people realized they had to get money somehow. They had to provide for their families. They had to take care of their kids. And they decided to do something. They were ready to act. So many women started traveling abroad for a short period of time to buy clothes and to sell them afterwards in the local markets. Some traveled to Greece, mainly to buy fur coats, fur caps, while most of the shuttle traders focused on Istanbul, Turkey. And it's amazing because they were able to establish very quickly business relationship with the local trade people, with local salesmen. And when they came back, it took them less than maybe a week or less than 2 weeks to sell everything they had to the local customers, as people were learning for goods. They wanted to dress up, they wanted to have something nice, so they were looking for those shuttle traders and for what was brought back from the overseas. Many small businesses were opened up at that time and started functioning. Minding all of the above, we can see that in modern Russia, the task of developing adequate attitude in terms of business culture still remains to be a formidable challenge. And it is believed that the complexity of this task is caused by the following factors. First of all, business sector in Russia has been developing rapidly. It has undergone radical transformation and needs to be approached in a completely new way, different from the one that we used in the Soviet past. Now, Russian mentality, Russian culture, Russian national character, all together do have a serious impact on decision-making process of any kind and are still in the stage of transition, which is very important and should be taken into consideration. These things, unlike prices and interest rates, have to do with general perception of world, individual attitude to life, and can be changed overnight. It is obvious that rapid development of the Russian economic sector has left Russian cultural values and national traditional approaches aside. It will take at least a decade or even longer for cultural traditions and national mind to adjust to those changes. To a large degree, business image of Russia is closely related to the Russian national character. In particular, it is deeply affected by the following features of the Russian national character. And what are those features? First of all, collectivism. Second, reactive approach. Then, emotionality, tendency to cooperate, pessimistic attitude, high degree of tolerance, and open-mindedness. Of course, these are all rather relative features or average characteristics of the Russian people. However, considering dramatic changes that affect every sector of country's life, it's possible to imagine a modern Russian businessman as a person who appears to be optimistic, goal-oriented, down-to-earth, proactive, and aimed at individual success. In fact, there are plenty of young people whose behavior would probably correspond with the characteristics mentioned above. The main idea here is that today, the society in general and business community in particular are very diverse. Thus, people who want to do business and communicate effectively with the representatives of the Russian culture have to take this fact into account, as you never know who your partner is going to be, reminder of the Soviet past with its typical features, or a businessman of a new type who is aware of the global trends and international business etiquette. I myself can recall working with a local company. They were specialized in growing oyster mushrooms. And they, of course, didn't know much about the international etiquette, but they were so nice and open-minded, and they were ready to participate in the international program and to invite an expert from overseas to help them to promote their products. And I was asked to assist them during the visit of this expert. I must say that although those people from my native city were not aware of the international business etiquette and maybe some global management strategies, still they managed to establish very good personal relationship with this guy. And I think they even became friends as they continued to cooperate after he left. So my idea of working with an international partner, I think the key issue here should be try to be flexible, try to be yourself, and try to understand the person. And this will help you to establish business contacts and to maintain successful business relationship. Thank you.